Just to let all of you know, Kevin and I used to know each other since many years. Many years means decades now.
Okay.
And we met each other in East Africa, in Dar es Salaam in Tanzania. And I really appreciated what Kevin was doing. He's from Canada, and he was in East Africa with the desire to help people. He wanted to do good for the people in Africa because he'd been there. His father was working in the United Nations, and he'd lived there before, so he had this affinity to the people. So when he had something to share, he wanted to come back there and give it to them. So just recently I bumped into him in Mayapur, and I was pleasantly surprised, and I said, "Hi Kevin, how are you?" And he looked at me and he recognized me.
Our appearance had changed slightly, both
Yes.
yours and mine. But as soon as I heard your voice, everything came right back.
Right.
So
We thought about this as a good opportunity that we can sit together and share experiences, and since these experiences are amazing, I thought let's share it with some other people all over the world. So here we are to keep relishing something nice. KRSN.in in the conversation with Kevin. So Kevin, just for the sake of all those other people who would like to hear about your experiences, could you tell us a little about your experience with life? What changed you? What brought you to Africa back again after you started living in Canada? What inspired you?
what inspired me to return to Africa, I would say, is probably a long cherished goal of my childhood to try to do some kind of volunteer work. My father was very philanthropic, as he worked for the United Nations. My whole family spent a total of, I think, about 12 years in Africa. We lived in North Africa, Algeria, Congo, Zaire at the time, and Tanzania. And you and I met in Tanzania. I was surprised to meet you there. What really brought me to Africa, I think, was a very intense desire to serve Prabhupada's movement, Prabhupada Society. Because at that time, 10, 12 years ago, I think we had about 400 temples around the world. We had farm communities, we had restaurants, we had communities dedicated to educating children, protecting and taking care of the cow, educational programs, distribution of sanctified foods to people. And I thought this is something I very much enjoyed doing, and I thought Africa would give me a chance to do something like that. So I met with Mahavishnu Swami from England, probably about 10, 11 years ago. And when he offered me the chance to come and do something for our society in Tanzania, I leapt at the chance. So I went over there. I spent a lot of time traveling around Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda, the Eastern African countries. And I found we got a very positive response from the African people.
I see.
So once we had that, I decided it's something I wanted to continue doing year after year. So that gave me the chance to return a few times.